Okay, so Saada's gonna go first. I suggest we stand like in the order that we're going to speak.
Yes, I'm second.
Hi, you and yeah. Yes.
They're like choosing. You can go wherever you want. This is fun.
I know, this is kind of it's kind of different to be sitting up here with everybody else. Where is Brandon?
Yeah, where is Cornell?
Yeah, let's.
Oh wait, no, he's right there. He's right there.
Is it?
Yeah, we're good.
Let's wait for everybody to grab a seat.
We're gonna do announcements first, anyway.
I need that document to come up, and it's not refreshing. And if it doesn't, it's fine.
Alright, let's go.
So they're gonna do the clubs, and then we're gonna go to the theme.
Okay, so we're gonna do the theme last then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go first.
Yeah, I go first.
He goes first.
Yeah.
And then me. So should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah. Well, I have like, hey, I'm Makai, and this is Noah. Or like, you can say your name if you want.
It's like so disorganized.
Okay.
Getting into the cold weather, and we've been talking about hoodies for a long, long time now. Obviously, cold weather might be tempting to bring them out. Obviously, if it has a hood on it, do not wear it, period. Don't even bring it to school. The look of a hoodie and then a jacket is very popular. It's still a hoodie. It's still a hoodie. So do not put a hoodie on under your jacket and think that negates the fact that it's a hoodie. Okay? There are a lot of different materials out there. There's some interpretation between hoodie and jacket. If asked to take off the hoodie by a faculty member or administrator, please take it off at that point. Then later on we can discuss the legality. Okay? Just please follow what the teacher said. And I want you all to repeat after me because I said sometimes nobody seems to listen. Say no.
No.
Sweatshirts.
Sweatshirts.
No sweatshirts.
No sweatshirts.
Chill out.
Just a reminder to my environmental guys, fourth period, you come directly here. We'll be doing the videos for the Tier 1 project.
Coach Johnson.
I'd like to see the Peru students out back for about a couple seconds after Glee Club tomorrow is over at RPCS. Make sure you're on time, please. Bells come too.
Guys, two things. First of all, for people who attended the dance on Saturday, I hope you had a good time. I also hope Miss Mike and I had a great time. It was a lovely day on Saturday night, so thanks for offering that opportunity for us. I hope that you will spend a minute or two to thank all the teachers who were there on Saturday night too to help make it happen. It seemed like people had a good time. Thanks for keeping it, as far as we can tell, well behaved, and we appreciate that. So that's number one. Number two, it's come to my attention that over the last couple of weeks, there have been several things to go missing out of the locker rooms in the gym. You might even say stolen, not sure, but easy to assume that things have been taken from people's lockers. That's a problematic thing, and I want to make a few points to address the problems. One, there are things that we can do. I'll talk to Mr. Hubeck. We'll get together with Mr. two other really important things that I ask of all of you. One is that you look at yourself in the mirror and ask if you're somebody who takes things from other people, ask if that's really the person you want to be. So we all need to do that. And then second, we talk a lot about a place like Gilman, and I love when we talk about this way about brotherhood and the fact that brothers, that you feel like a lot of your classmates, your peers, your friends are your brothers, and that you have each other's backs in tough times. That's what brothers do, and I agree with that, and I appreciate that. And I know as a younger brother that I have an older brother who would have my back in any circumstances. I have good friends who would have my back under any circumstances. The other thing, though, that we don't talk a lot about that brothers do is call each other out on BS behavior. Call each other out. If you know guys are acting out in ways that they shouldn't be like a brother that way and call people out on it. So there's some self-policing that we can do also to try to keep these locker room thefts from happening. I'd really appreciate everybody's help on those things. Thanks.
Do we have any essential student announcements? Yeah, Matt.
All right, tomorrow, 5 o'clock, storm the pool, top of rest.
Yeah, I'll talk about that for a second too. So we have a couple of things I just wanted to talk about real quick. Wristband reminder in the annex today, I think all this week. $3 for hurricane relief. If we sell all of them, we get dressed down Friday, so that'd be good. We don't know. Undisclosed. Then for dance, it was a great time. We all had a great time. There's a couple guys I want to thank specifically. Mr. Flint, Wyatt Hales, and Talbot all helped a ton. You saw Wyatt and Talbot up there DJing all night. It was awesome. Colton Edmonds and Thomas Booker helped set up the playlist. Mr. Schmick was running through the student council, helping us all out. So if we could give those guys a round of applause, it was really fun. Said storm the pools tomorrow, so it's Hawaiian themed. Obviously, bring your stuff. Come after practice. We have a practice that starts at 5. Bring your own towels. The cage doesn't want to supply towels to 200 guys who show up. So bring your own towels for tomorrow. And then later on this week, we'll talk more about this, but we have 2 huge games against Loyola. Wednesday, Volley Hounds at home, and Saturday, football against Loyola. And then finally, the Halloween assembly this year. The past couple of years, it's been kind of down with people doing costumes. We already talked to the seniors about this. So we're going to try to lead the charge, but we want everybody to help out, be dressed in costume, come to the pageant, participate in the pageant. So we're going to send out that sign-up sheet sometime today. All right. Hand it over to Makai.
Good morning. Good morning. So first we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, say who we are and what we do. I'm Makai Johnson. I'm co-chair of the Diversity Council this year.
I'm Noah Seth, and I'm the junior co-chair of the Diversity Council.
I'm Saj Alisi. I'm the president of the Muslim Student Association.
I'm Brian Fong, and I run the Asian Awareness Club.
I'm Nichi Pandey. I'm the head of the South Asian Association of Students.
I'm Jay Delgado, and I'm president of the Latin American Awareness Group.
I'm Barrett Crawford. I'm president of the Student Alliance for Gender Equity.
I'm Max Cortese, and I'm vice president of Student Alliance for Gender Equity.
I'm Ben Levinson. I'm co-president of the Gender and Sexuality Alliance.
I'm Zach Anderson. I'm co-president of the Gender and Sexuality Alliance. Julian Arrington, co-president of the Black Student Union.
Co-president of the Black Student Union.
So for those of you who don't know, the Diversity Council is made up of all of the heads of the various student affinity groups and diversity organizations. Each individual club has its own goals to educate and form community with respect to their specific populations, and as a collective, we try to communicate student interest in diversity in working closely with the Diversity Office and Mr. Foreman, and seek and support initiatives across the school to make this space more inclusive as a whole. And now we're going to go around and say what our clubs individually are doing this year.
Hey guys, my name is Saj Alisi again, and I'm head of Gilman's Muslim Student Association, or MSA. And the MSA really focuses on educating people about Islam and today's worldly turmoil that can be very prevalent. And while last year was mainly about reinstating the MSA as a presence at Gilman, this year we want to focus more on tri-school relations between the MSAs, both Bryn Mawr and RPCS, whose presidents at Bryn Mawr are Naran Shalby and Miriam Hyder, and the RPCS president is John Bukhari. So Bryn Mawr has been planning to do a movie night about a movie called My Name is Khan, which is based upon a true story where a Muslim with autism actually goes on to personally meet the president. And RPCS has been planning an Islamic forum. So, and here at Gilman, we've been communicating with the delegate Bilal Ali from Baltimore City, a Muslim politician to come speak here at Gilman at some point throughout the year. So while this club may seem really only for Muslims, it's for anyone and everyone who wants to come. So anyone is invited, and we're open to any suggestions from anyone for the current and future of this club. So feel free to stop by. We meet Fridays during 5th period, Club Week B, on Fridays, C209 or C204. That's it. Thanks, everyone.
Again, my name is Brian Huang, and I run the Asian Awareness Club. This year, Asian Awareness will be investigating the role of Asian Americans as the model minority, a seemingly benign stereotype that nevertheless discredits Asian credibility in terms of civil rights issues. The popular myth is of the math whiz or the violin prodigy, and it is seductive to use the general success of Asians academically as proof of complete assimilation, which other minorities should emulate. The model minority myth is deceptive because it is neither outlandish nor objectionable, according to Frank H. Wu, author of Yellow: Race in America Beyond Black and White, and seems to be based on some data. One aspect of the myth is that Asians are better educated than Caucasians. Between 1979 and 1989, the number of Asian PhD recipients increased by 46%, while the numbers of white and black recipients declined by 6% and 23% respectively. In the workplace, however, Asian American men are paid 10 to 17% less than equally qualified white Americans, while that number drops to 40% in case of Asian American women. The conclusion then must be that Asian Americans have to overcompensate because they receive a lower return for each degree. The myth, an entirely oversimplistic stockpile of supposed characteristics, then turns Asians into a racial threat, denies the Asian Americans the experience of discrimination. Of course, even though Asians have faced various forms of discrimination, it is not compared to the systemic dehumanization that African Americans have faced during slavery and continue to face today. However, there is no urgent cry for even comparable media representation. Wu writes, because Asian Americans are at once highly visible in popular culture and virtually invisible in serious discourse, allowing public culture to define the serious discourse. Even in 2001, the New York Times published a series on how race is lived in America, which included a major survey about racial attitudes and differences among blacks and whites exclusively. The model minority myth is so pervasive because there hasn't been any mainstream debate about its relevance. In short, we will try to discern patterns in popular portrayals of Asian Americans to try and see why and how this myth is perpetuated. For those who are on the Asian Awareness email list, look for an email soon about a lunch meeting. There will be delicious food, promise you. If you aren't, contact me at my email, bhuang@students.gilman.edu, BHUANG. Again, you don't have to be Asian to do this. We encourage anyone to come out and just talk. Thank you.
All right, my full name is Nistral Rai Pandey, and I'm the head of the South Asian Association of Students here at Gilman. We're a club that meets on specified days during lunch and open to students not only of South Asian heritage, meaning India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, but also to those who would like to learn more about South Asian culture. It's a great way for the South Asians on campus to celebrate our culture and traditions, and a wonderful way for those of any ethnicity to join the fun. A couple of facts about us. A few years back, we changed from the Indian Students Association to the South Asian Association of Students when a new Nepali population emerged on campus. My brother became the first Nepali student to ever graduate from Gilman. Ayush Pokharel and Danny Gurung will become the second and third this year, and I'll be the fourth next year. This year, we have a record number of 16 South Asians in the upper school and 9 active members in the club. Throughout Gilman's history, we have contributed to numerous activities on campus, being the captains of varsity sports teams, leading musical ensembles, and producing some of the finest Gilman artwork. Additionally, despite being one of the smallest minority groups on campus, we contribute to one of the highest number of minority valedictories. Going along with the Diversity Council's theme of language this year, I'm proud to say that across 9 students, we represent 7 different languages, with all of our members speaking more than one. These include Hindi, Urdu, Nepali, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and English. We also represent 3 of the largest religions in the world, Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity. So overall, we currently have and have had a very diverse and impressive South Asian student body here at Gilman. Lastly, about things we discuss in the club, this year's theme is what it means to be brown in America, and is heavily inspired by Hassan Minhaj's comedy special, Homecoming King. We also try to bring in guest speakers, like last year we had 2 South Asian graduates come speak to us, Ajay Kurian, who is a famous modern artist, and Gaurav Bansal, who worked under President Barack Obama. So that's it. We look forward to a productive year ahead, and happy Diwali to those who celebrate.
Hi, my name is Jacob Delgado, and I'm president of the Latin American Awareness Group. We meet on Fridays on A weeks during 5th period. The goals of this club this year are pretty much to be able to promote awareness, bring in speakers. For example, we're in contact with Sonia Sotomayor to see if she'll be able to speak. Some of the other goals will be able to work in coordination with the Bryn Mawr Latin American Awareness Group and to be able to create like celebrations or other sort of awareness related activities with them. And other than that, we'll also be trying to raise money for local Latin American related charities, such as the Hispanic Federation or other groups. And we'll also be focusing on trying to counter issues that might face the, albeit small, Latin American community population at Gilman. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing anyone who wants to come because all are welcome here, and I hope to see everyone there. Thank you very much.
My name is Barrett Crawford again, and I am the founder of the Student Alliance for Gender Equity at Gilman. And the reason I founded this organization last year is because up until the winter of 2016, we never really had a group under the umbrella of diversity that focused specifically on issues relating to gender inequality in our society, aside from One Love, which focuses primarily on relationships and issues of domestic violence. We don't really have an organization as an all-boys institution that's not directly affected by issues of gender inequality, but that still plays a significant role in that. And so the goal of my organization this year is to get students involved, primarily underclassmen who are interested in talking about gender inequality, gender disparity, about issues of domestic human trafficking, to come out to our meetings. We meet B week in C203 every 5th period on Friday, and just getting people to talk about issues that don't necessarily affect them, but that still play a huge role in society, as well as get students to be more involved in the community and community service. And Max can talk a bit about what we've done in the past few weeks.
Yeah, so my name's Max Cortese. So this year we're really trying to do a big community outreach program. And so we've made a connection with the Samaritan Women Foundation, which is a home for victims of abuse and human trafficking. So we're trying to really get an emphasis on us as a school working for this foundation and trying to put some work into the community and actually doing something.
And we also plan on having representatives from Samaritan Women come and speak, perhaps at an assembly or during a 5th period, and maybe even have a tri-school meeting or dialogue in which we have representatives from that group come and talk to the students about their goal and like what they do as a community. We also plan on working with the House of Ruth, which is an organization that focuses on cases of domestic violence, and we plan on starting a few fundraisers this winter and spring to raise money for them. And if you have any questions, if you're interested in joining, just shoot me an email. It's btcrawfo@students.gilman.edu, and I hope to see you at our next meeting.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zach Anderson, and Ben Levinson and I co-run the GSA Club, or for those of you who didn't hear me prior, the Gender and Sexuality Alliance Club. We, as a club, try to be more inclusive of the differing gender orientations and sexualities which do in fact exist in this school. And we as a club have three goals that we're trying to accomplish. One of which is community. We're trying to spread a sense of just sort of awareness and advocacy in our community of the LGBTQ+ community. We as a club have not only members of the LGBTQ+ community in our club, but also allies and other people, straight people who feel like they want to support and further represent our club within our community.
Yeah, and then the other 2 objectives of the GSA, aside from community, are education. we seek to provide opportunities for our own community as well as for the Gilman community as a whole to learn more about the LGBTQ plus community through events like movies, or probably the best way of all is just common conversations that can happen in our meetings, they can happen at lunch, just to learn more about the community that really does have a presence here at Gilman. And then the third objective of our club is advocacy, like Zach mentioned, representing the needs and wants of the queer community at Gilman and of the student body. And so we hope to see you at a meeting. Allies are so welcome. We would love to have you. Fifth period on B week, Tuesday in C203, unless otherwise noted, if we meet during lunch or something.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pernell Hill, co-president of the Black Student Union. So what is the Black Student Union, right? So most of you in the room probably remember a club that was known as the Black Awareness Club. So this year we decided to change the name from the Black Awareness Club to the Black Student Union. So towards the end of last year, an individual outside of the club posed a question, well, what is there to be aware of, right? So we took that and we made that the theme of our union this year, or of the club this year. What is there to be aware of? So that's what we want to inform the community of, and that's what we want to inform, the people part of our club of. What is there to be aware of in the Black community and in the world, essentially. Things that affect us, things that affect our community, because things that affect African Americans affects America in the whole, right? And they especially affect us within our Gilman community. So what we like to do is just to hold open dialogues, just talking about everyone's day-to-day experience amongst the school in our community, things that people have encountered either in or outside of the school day. So, all of you guys who think, well, I'm white, I can't come, or I had someone tell me I'm Jewish, I can't come. Not sure what that has to do with anything, right? But if you feel as if you're a part of a minority group, of any minority, whatever that may be, and you feel as if you want an outlet, to express the things that you go through on a day-to-day, whether that be in the school community or in your, in your actual community, so your home community, anything that they may be, you can always feel free to come to our meetings, discuss those things. Me and Julian are usually the people talking the least. We like to pose the questions and let everyone just kind of pick away and give their opinions and ideas. So if that's anything that you guys are interested in, we would love to have you guys, because we love to hear alternate and, opinions and perspectives. So if you guys feel comfortable with doing that, with coming to share your experiences with the group, and that counts for faculty as well, not just talking to the students, we would love to have you guys there. And let Julian finish off.
Okay, so some of the goals that we have for this year, we want to get the underclassmen much more involved with the club. In past years, the underclassmen have sat in the back and basically observed the upperclassmen talk about these issues, and we want them to really take control of the club and prepare them for their upperclassmen years. We also want to have a lot of involvement with the tri-school. Right now, we're cooperating with Bryn Mawr, Roland Park, along with St. Paul's and Boys Latin, to create a inter-school panel, and that should be really interesting coming up in the later months. And we also want to, like Pernell said, gain different perspectives from all sorts of people, whether you're an adult, whether you're a student, it doesn't matter. You can drop by. We'll be there, Club A week of, Club Week A on Tuesdays. CTO5, thank you.
Again, my name is Noah Seth. I'm the junior co-president of the Diversity Council. And I just wanted to introduce to you our theme for the Diversity Council as a whole this year is actually going to be language. And language in the particular sense of granting a basic vocabulary in order to discuss a lot of the issues that we as both individual communities within our affinity groups and the school community and Baltimore City community at whole are dealing with. And much of those discussions is entirely based on language and having the vocabulary to be able to have those conversations. So in visiting and participating in the meetings and being a part of each of the affinity groups, we're hoping to give you the opportunity to come with whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever it is that you're feeling, have on your mind, if you'd like to become aware of the South Asian Students Association, the Black Student Union, whatever it is that you'd like to become aware of or inform yourself of, or anything that you'd like to share. We as a Diversity Council are here to support that and would like to inform you and to have your input as well. Going forward in this year with all of our diversity initiatives, bringing speakers to come and speak and inform the student body of their individual positions and the issues that they are dealing with. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Today we have a couple sophomores dismissed first. Zach Anderson, Ibby, Patrick Atwood, Justin Bai, Ian Bauer, Quinn Baloney, sorry, Balone, Henry Berger,